church has maintained power for thousands of years. They will stop at nothing to keep it that way. How you control people who no longer believe. You create something to fear. I believe the girl is to be the mother.
Mother of what?
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Movie Buffer. If you're new here, we are a site that reviews movies that are new, that are hidden gems primarily, and movies that, quite frankly, that I like and that I think is worthy of watching. And if there are some that are not worthy of watching, or it just brings me to a point where I'm like, okay, I have to tell the world, don't watch this, it sucks. But primarily I review movies that I find interesting and beautiful, or that I read a book and then I watch the movie, or vice versa, and I want to bring it to you in our book to movie series. So please take a look around. Please like and subscribe. We truly need that. And thanks again. Tonight we're going to be reviewing The First Omen. The First Omen is a 2024 American supernatural horror film directed by Arkasha Stevenson, who co-wrote the screenplay with Tim Smith and Keith Thomas from a story by Ben Jacoby. It is a prequel to The Omen 1976 and the sixth film in the Omen franchise. The film stars Nell Tiger, who is a part of Game of Thrones, which I haven't watched yet. I know, whatever. Tawfeek Barhom, Sônia Braga, Ralph Ineson, and Bill Nighy. The plot follows an American woman sent to work at a church in Rome who uncovers a sinister conspiracy to bring about the birth of the Antichrist. And that's really what The Omen is all about, the birth of the Antichrist. Is this something that's worthy of being added to the Omen trilogy and legacy? We shall see. This was a very slow-moving yet dramatic movie. This is a direct prequel to the Omen movie. It tells the story of how the child came to be and how the parents were chosen. You do not need to see The Omen to enjoy this movie. However, those who have seen The Omen, the original, you will get the direct references immediately, which ties them all directly quite seamlessly. There are 4 movies of The Omen. The last one was not that good. The first 3, the Holy Trinity, as I say when it comes to movies, do 3 movies, Holy Trinity, and then stop. The first 3 were very good, with the first one being the best in my opinion. There was a remake done of The Omen in 1991 with Liev Shriber, which was pretty good, yet more horror-based. The Omen stories are more about the telling of the narrative, along with the research of how these events play out with direct correlation with revelations in the Bible. The reason for the Antichrist's birth, Father Brennan explains that radicals within the church, desperate to regain power against the rise of secularism and people literally just not believing in God anymore, which is kind of what secularism is about, seek to bring about the Antichrist to create fear and drive people back to the church, which is literally just stupid. Okay. It's like burning down your house in hopes to meet and date a fireman. I can't remember if this was the reasoning given in the original Omen movie or not. I don't think so. So write a comment below if you remember them stating this in the original Omen. I've watched the original Omen done in 1976, and I don't remember that. I had thought it was just one of those prophecies that will be fulfilled at some point, and it's up to the church to keep seeking out and destroying the Antichrist. Yet, seeing as there are left-wing protesters going against the church, then this is the only way to defeat them? It kind of speaks alt-right evangelist kind of brings it to the present situation. Sorry, but the comparison is pretty obvious in the movie. For those who like gore, horror porn, as I love to say, this movie had quite a few scenes of it, yet not many jump scares, if any. Though this is categorized as a horror movie, but it's more a thriller than a horror. I would say the same for the entire franchise. Since I just got through watching Delicate from the American Horror Story franchise, I am pretty much over the whole evil baby birthing scenes. There are quite a few of these gory scenes in this movie, which makes sense because of the subject matter, but I am so done with it, okay? Jesus H. Is this worth even watching? I would say yes, especially if you're a fan of The Omen. If you're not a fan, you will come away with, okay, and maybe a bit of quote-unquote interesting vibes. The critics were not impressed with this movie at all. Their ratings fell in the 2 out of 5 categories, and sadly, I kind of have to agree, though I will add one more to make it 3 out of 5 stars, only for nostalgia's sake and its ability to stay in the canon, pun intended. So, have you seen The First Omen? What did you think of it? Is it worthy of the Omen franchise? Did you watch the original Omen movie in 1976, which I thought was excellent, mainly because they gave you so much information about the plot, about what the Antichrist actually is, and why they had to kill him in this way. The way that they had to do in the movie, I just thought that was excellent. The sequels after that was good, like I said, up to the 3rd one, which was really good, and I probably need to review those as well. But this one I thought was pretty good as a beginning, trying to give you a backstory. They kind of could have did this as a drama documentary kind of thing, just to say this is where he came from, because basically this is what this movie was. It was just telling you, if you saw the first 1976 movie, then okay, there was a baby that was born, the people were involved, the priests, the nuns, and all these people were involved. And so, it's like, this is what happened. So this is just a telling of that story, and how they actually chose the political person who was involved, actually ended up adopting the baby or taking the baby. His wife's baby was killed. All these things, it ties in seamlessly. So that was really good. But was it a great movie? Like I said, it was okay. But please, let me know in the comments below, what did you think of The First Omen? What did you think of the original Omen, the remake, and the franchise itself? Are you into that kind of thing? I totally am. And if so, please leave your messages below. I love hearing from you guys. It does. It makes me feel good to hear from you and to talk about things. We reached finally our 500 subscribers, which I know is like, so what? Who cares? Stop mentioning it because we don't care. But I care. It means a lot to me. It does. It means a lot to me. So please continue to subscribe if you're watching, and especially if you've gotten this far. Hey, you might as well subscribe, right? And see what else is coming. Okay. And suggest what you would like to see me review or whatever. All right. Thanks, guys. Always, 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 always. Peace. 2 fingers.